Hello, folks. Dustin Zarni here, Democratic Elections Commissioner in Onondaga County. Welcome to Commissioner in a Car. Today is Tuesday, September 24th, and we're going to be talking about new maps being ordered for the Onondaga County Legislature for the 2025 election. Oh, my car was moving there for a second. Oh, well, didn't have that happen before, but here we are. We had a press conference earlier today, and it'll be on all my social feeds by the end of tonight. I've been at work most of the day except for the press conference, so I haven't been able to post it yet. But Chris Ryan has led a citizen-led lawsuit against Onondaga County for the legislative maps that were drawn in 2021 that were used in the 2023 elections. And the reason it took so long to get here is, first, the maps weren't drawn until the end of 2021, so it was like December of 2021. Then in June of 2022, we filed the lawsuit after having to spend a lot of time raising money. But the lawsuit dragged out in court for a very long time. And the 2023 elections, it wasn't able to be solved before March of 2023. And so the 2023 elections happened, and the districts that were drawn by the Onondaga County Legislature at the end of 2021. And remember, this was their second bite at the apple here, because the first maps that they drew in October of 2021, the Redistricting Commission drew, and the county ledge approved them. The county exec had to veto it because they screwed up one of the main tenets of the New York redistricting law about population deviation. Well, the second map they drew, which we argued was being rushed, we argued both maps were being rushed. After 3.5 years in court, 3 years in court, 2.5 years in court, we finally got them to admit that they screwed up the second map as well. So when you're drawing district maps in New York, there's a new New York redistricting law referred to as 34A. That's the law section that it resides in, and it is about redistricting, and it says that the district with the most population in it can't be more than 0.5% than the district in the lowest population. But there's a 6-year-old law that says that you have to account for jail-adjusted census data. And the first time they drew the map, they screwed up that 0.5%. Or the 5%, I'm sorry, not 0.5%, 5%. They thought it was 5% on either side, so it was 10%. So they screwed that up, and then the county exec had to veto it. But then the second one, they didn't wait for the jail population to come in, the census data for the jail, because they were rushing this through, trying to get this done, and back at the end of 2021, and other counties waited for that jail population to come in, but they did not. And it turned out that because they did not, their districts were automatically out of whack, and it was an easy case, and they ended up agreeing to throw the maps out. Now, the other tenets of our case, racial and political bias and political gerrymandering, was not touched because the maps were thrown out on the first tenet. And once the maps are out, what's the point of going back and doing this? Now, so where does that leave us? Well, Onondaga County Legislature is going to get the maps back. The judge ordered that. It went back to the legislature. And that answers one question of the lawsuit, which was what happens after a county exec vetoes it. It's not clear in the charter, and it doesn't necessarily go back to the Redistricting Commission. It goes back to the county legislature. That doesn't really matter in terms of political outcome, because the Redistricting Commission is controlled by the Republicans. The county legislature is controlled by the Republicans. However, what does matter is that they know we're watching, and they know that we're willing to fight for fair maps. The Democrats are going to call for a fair open, transparent redistricting process. County Ledge leader, Democratic leader Chris Ryan has led the charge on this from the beginning, and he's continuing to lead the charge on this. It's also of note that we could go right back to court. If they put in maps that are bad, we can go right back to court and have this litigated. So there's that as well. Finally, it's not as easy to just make small changes to the maps as they're trying to say. And this group of, well, it's not even the legislators' fault here, because what we found out during the depositions of this lawsuit is that really agents of the county executive were the ones who were drawing the maps. And we knew that when, after the county executive vetoed, there was a person by the name of Susan Stanczyk, who's the administrative assistant, and Travis Glazier, who used to work for the county. They were pretty open about that they were the ones being tasked by the county exec to help draw the maps for the legislature. What we didn't know is that Travis Glazier and Sue Stanczyk drew the maps for the redistricting commission before that. It's pretty, we had a deposition of Susan Stanczyk, we have emails and data, and it's very clear that Susan Stanczyk, at the direction of, well, at least in her role as administrative assistant to the county executive, was very involved in the map drawing and coordinating the map drawing, both during the redistricting commission and the county ledge commission back in 2021. So they've had two bites of the apple, and they failed them both times. The Democrats will be arguing that we should be bringing in independent experts who understand the law and will craft maps that are legal. The county has spent over $200,000 in legal fees on defending illegal maps. So there's that as well. Now, I'm a realist. I don't think we're going to get major changes. Definitely not going to get the maps I drew, which I felt were fair and nonpartisan and, divided the county along town and ward lines, which made sense. And even those maps necessarily weren't in compliance because we didn't have the full data because the Republicans were rushing us through the process. But we are going to get new maps. So the hope is that these new maps will be better and that there will be significant changes and that there will be compromise this time. The Republicans still control the legislature 11-6, but there's a few new faces on the legislature that weren't there during the last redistricting exercises in 2021. Perhaps those legislators won't want to have a bad vote on their record going right into the 2025 elections. And that's going to be on their conscience. And it's going to be up to the legislature Democrats to fight this fight, which they will do over the next several months. New maps have to be in place by middle of February 2025, so redistricting can be done before the start of petitioning in the beginning of March. So that's what awaits us. Go check out the press conference. I think it was covered by just about every radio and TV station in town. We'll see what they say about this, and I hope that you will keep monitoring and keep demanding for fair maps, because only by the public making this demand will this legislature listen to them. And remember, they're your maps. It's your representation, not mine, not them. It's up to you to help us win this fight. So the fight continues, but it was a good day. Maps were thrown out, and now it's time to have a fair process in Onondaga County for the first time ever. That's it for Commissioner in the Car today. We are running very behind at the Board of Elections right now. We got about 20,000 forms that we have to get done, and more coming in every day. We are on extended overtime, extended hours, and bringing in all kinds of extra help to get this done. We will get it done, but it will be hard. So that's what we're doing over the next several weeks as we prepare for this election. Early voting by mail ballots and absentee ballots will be going out this week. The federal UOCAVA ballots went out last week. Early voting starts October 26th. The last day to request an absentee ballot and be guaranteed to get one is also October 26th. And the last day to register to vote is also October 26th. So keep that in mind. But don't wait. And get it done now. Because, as I said, we're very far behind. But the more we get in now, the quicker we'll get this done and be ready for early voting and Election Day. So thank you very much, and enjoy your day. Bye-bye. Oh, and my content this week. I forgot. I am not saying goodbye yet. My content this week. I hope to do a Zarni seminar sometime, either Friday or Saturday. A weekly wonk for the town of Fabius sometime this weekend. I will make a note that I'll continue these commissioners in the car. That's going to continue till Election Day. But we're probably working 12-hour days at the boards of elections going from now until Election Day every day. So I can't promise all my content is going to keep coming. But Commissioner in Car will, because that's something I can get up pretty easily and keep you abreast of all the election information. The other stuff is bonus, and I like getting it out there, but that's where we are. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.